Now we're making a vegetable garden. Who's going to be making a garden this year? Lots of people. Great.
Good.
How are you going to do that? Dig it twice. We have one hand that's going to dig it twice. What else have we got? You people are too shy. One lady's going to make a raised bed. This is how Stephen did it last year.
Yeah, so I've always been a big fan of digging and rototilling, and Donna's not. So she was impressed when I told her that after I moved, I had lots of cardboard boxes, and I had lots of lawn at the new place. So we put the cardboard on the lawn and capped it with a bit of compost and soil, and I was impressed. It worked well.
My daughter does this all the time. She doesn't get the Herald, but she likes to use it to build vegetable gardens. So I collect up my Herald, and if you put a whole section down, and then you put down some either old compost or just lawn clippings and leaves, it's almost lawn collecting, it's almost leaf collecting season. There's all those really busy bee cleaning kind of gardeners that are raking out their leaves shortly. You can pick up their bags of leaves and use them to build your new garden. So newspaper or cardboard, leaves, maybe an inch of compost. Some of the books say 6 inches of topsoil. Who can afford 6 inches of topsoil? She puts an inch on, then you can plant right away. Just leafy things. You can't do your root plants until at least another year. But you can start with your broccoli, your lettuce, your cabbage, all of that. So this is in one of my raised beds, and those are my little tiny carrots.
We should point out here, this is somebody growing in a block. So there's no rows in here. Somebody's sprinkled those seeds on in a haphazard.
That's not somebody, that's my friend here.
Oh, that's your friend. I'm sorry. This is how I garden though. So I don't do the rows like Donna does. I take a square meter or square yard for you block and sprinkle the seeds on there. And then I thin them out as we go.
Okay, so this was actually just on the side of my house because I'm just getting back to if you have small spaces, and it was just a tiny little container on the side of my house, and I grew some pretty nice carrots.
So here's a garden I had once, and I have straw in the pathways, and then I have raised beds. So instead of putting a wooden border around like you did, Donna, I've just raked up the soil from the pathways to make a slightly raised bed. It drains better in the spring. But personally, I'm not a big fan of putting wooden edging around a garden.
And I'm not a big fan of straw. You see how Stephen uses the straw here? They have rats in Ontario. I don't know what he's thinking about. Seeds, rats. Anyway, I don't like straw.
I like straw. It soaks up the moisture.
So there you go. If you like straw, you'll like Steve.